Russell Brand was born in 1975 in Essex, England. From a young age he gravitated toward performance, but his early life was troubled by drug use and addiction. He later described himself as having struggled with heroin and other substances before eventually getting clean in the early 2000s. He began his career in stand-up comedy and slowly built a reputation for irreverent, provocative humor that drew both fans and critics. Brand first became widely known in the early 2000s when he started performing at comedy clubs and festivals, and soon he was hosting television and radio shows. He was the presenter of a Big Brother spin-off show on E4, and later hosted radio shows on the BBC, including a stint on Radio 2. During this period, Brand became a household name in the UK, known for his wild energy, outspoken personality, and often sexually charged jokes. During his early fame, Brand also wrote candid autobiographies in which he discussed his addictions and recovery. In those books he spoke openly about past promiscuity and substance use, sometimes in ways that courts and commentators later found problematic or troubling. Brand's personal life also drew public attention. He married American pop star Katy Perry in 2010, and their high-profile relationship and eventual split in 2012 became tabloid staples. After his divorce, Brand continued working in television, film, radio, and comedy, including roles in Hollywood films such as Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Over time, his public persona shifted. He became known not just as an entertainer, but as a commentator on culture and politics. On social media and platforms like YouTube and Rumble, Brand began discussing topics ranging from spirituality to conspiracy theories, drawing a large online audience. He amassed millions of followers and presented himself as a critic of mainstream media and global power structures. Even as his media presence grew, there were long-standing whispers and less formal complaints about his behavior. Reports from individuals in the entertainment industry hinted at episodes that made colleagues uncomfortable, and in the mid-2000s some coworkers described his behavior as inappropriate. These earlier signals did not immediately lead to public legal scrutiny, but later gained attention during formal investigations. In September 2023, a major turning point came. A joint investigation by British newspapers The Sunday Times and The Times, together with Channel 4's Dispatches, published a series of allegations from multiple women accusing Brand of sexual assault, rape, and emotional abuse. The women, most of whom chose to remain anonymous, alleged incidents from the mid-2000s to the early 2010s, a period when Brand was at the height of his media career, including years when he worked for the BBC and Channel 4. Some accounts included deeply disturbing allegations of coercive and predatory behavior. Brand strongly denied all of these allegations, calling them exaggerated and asserting that all his relationships were consensual. The fallout from the 2023 investigation was swift. Broadcasters such as the BBC acknowledged past complaints from staff about Brand's behavior during his time there and apologized for not addressing them more forcefully at the time. The BBC's internal review revealed that several complaints had been made about Brand between 2006 and 2008, though only a few were formally reported at the time and were not adequately handled. In the months that followed, several civil lawsuits were filed against Brand. One lawsuit in New York alleged that Brand had exposed himself and assaulted a woman on the set of the film Arthur in 2010 when she was an extra on the production. That case was filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which allowed older allegations to be brought forward. Another civil claim was filed in London's High Court, also alleging sexual abuse. Brand denied these claims, saying he was sober by the time of the Arthur incident and rejected the accusations. By early 2025, the criminal legal process had advanced. In April 2025, the Crown Prosecution Service in the UK charged Russell Brand with multiple sexual offences. These charges included counts of rape, indecent assault, oral rape, and sexual assault, relating to alleged incidents between 1999 and 2005 involving multiple women. Brand appeared in court and pleaded not guilty to these charges, stating publicly that while he had lived a foolish life with addictions and reckless behavior, he had never engaged in non-consensual sex. In May 2025, at a hearing in Westminster Magistrates Court, Brand was granted bail as the UK criminal justice process continued. New details in court documents included fresh accusations about alleged incidents in the early 2000s, including claims that he had dragged a woman toward a male restroom and assaulted another person in the early 2000s. Brand continued to deny wrongdoing and said he looked forward to defending himself in court. As the year went on, his case grew even more serious. On December 23, 2025, British authorities brought 2 additional criminal charges against Russell Brand, 1 count of rape and 1 of sexual assault, in connection with incidents involving 2 more women. These new charges raised the total number of accused offenses to 7, involving 6 women. The allegations stem from incidents that allegedly occurred in the early 2000s, long before the recent media investigation, and form part of an expanding criminal case. Brand is set to appear again in court on January 20, 2026, and the trial for the existing charges is scheduled to begin at Southwark Crown Court in June 2026. Brand continues to plead not guilty, maintaining that he never engaged in non-consensual activity. Throughout all of this, Brand's public image has been deeply polarized. Some defend him as a provocative thinker and entertainer whose mistakes have been exaggerated, while others see the weight of multiple allegations, civil lawsuits, and formal charges as indicative of a serious pattern. Many broadcasters and agencies that once worked with him cut ties after the allegations became public, and platforms such as YouTube suspended monetization on his content amid the ongoing legal proceedings. While his early fame was rooted in comedy and entertainment, Brand's later years were marked by his role as a controversial online influencer discussing politics, spirituality, wellness, and conspiracy theories. This shift broadened his audience, but also attracted scrutiny and criticism from mainstream media and public figures. As of today, the legal process is unfolding. Brand has not been convicted of any of the charges against him, and under UK law he is presumed innocent until proven guilty. However, he faces a complex and highly publicized criminal case that will be heard in 2026, alongside civil suits in other jurisdictions. His career and reputation remain deeply affected by these developments, and the outcome of the trials will have significant implications for how he is viewed historically and culturally.